Okay, so this is day 114, I believe. And so this is the first day I was able to use the straps. And so I forgot what I was doing right here. What was I doing? But I think I started out with one just to feel it. But this right here, I believe it was kind of the warm up set. It really was the warm up set. I didn't really push hard. It was a lighter weight that I did for a bunch of weight or a bunch of reps, I mean. And so I didn't count this as like the working set almost because it really was a warm up. And after I finished it, I was like, man, that was not really a working set. I tried to make it I tried to go to failure, but I just couldn't. And so I said, nah, that's gonna be a warm up because I thought 40 was gonna be a lot heavier, but it wasn't. It was a lot lighter than I thought. So it ended up being just a warm up set almost. And so you see, whenever I pause it and go to the next one, you see I put up the one because I didn't count that as the working set. But anyways, this was the first day the first time I was gonna be able to use my lifting straps. Yeah, you can tell I tried to put up the one, but first day I was able to use the lifting straps, and my plan for it was to start off no lifting straps at all. And then once I felt my grip was giving out, that's when I was gonna use them. But I don't know how to use them really. I know they're supposed to go around your wrist, but that's it. Like I don't know how you're supposed to make it feel better or anything. Because for me, all it really did was make my calluses hurt less. That's all it really did. It didn't really give me a better. Well, it kind of gave me a better grip, but it's not like it solves your weak grip essentially. If that makes sense. Like I thought it would just completely fix it, and bam, I don't have a weak grip anymore. But no, it kind of just gave me a different grip to a better grip. That's it. So like if you have weak forearms, it's not really gonna do much. You're still gonna have a bad set or a weak grip is just you're not gonna have to grip onto the machine. Damn it, my headphones fell. Okay, but this was set number three. And this was, I believe, the first real entire workout that I used more volume. So instead of just doing 3 sets like I normally do, I did four on everything. So I believe I did well, except the last one. That one I did two on because my back was already fatigued, and I'm like, I can't do this. And so I did 4 reps or 4 sets on 3 different machines. So I did 12 sets, and then plus another two, so I did 14. And my back feels it well right after it, like 20 minutes after it hurt. Like it was still sore, but so the back workout I think higher volume and less reps or higher volume and medium intensity is a lot better for me, especially because and you can tell right you can't see it, but this I'm trying to get the straps on. Didn't really. I didn't know what I was doing. I'll probably have to watch a video today after I'm done recording this, but anyways, you see, I got the Batman shirt on. It was pretty cool. And I believe this was the fourth set, was it? Yeah, you can tell that I'm trying to fix it again, cause I really had no clue what I was doing. I don't know how the grips work, cause I've seen people use them all the time, and they just kind of lock them in almost, and they like tie them around. I don't know if you're supposed to like wrap it around, like just evenly across, so you have a better like a almost like a fat grip, I guess. Or if you're supposed to just, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I just don't know. But I love this specific machine. I love it. Like it really is amazing. Like the high rows, I don't know what it is, because you're able to get like a better stretch in my opinion. So is this the fourth one? Maybe this was the fourth one. I think the last one was the third set. But anyways, it was Saturday, right? And the gym was packed. Like I walked in, or like my dad dropped me off. We drove up, and I'm like, I was not expecting so many cars, cause like it's a Saturday at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. I'm like, what? Who is coming to the gym at 10 a.m.? No one is what I thought, but I guess I was wrong. Because I guess 12 is probably when it's less packed. Because I guess most people like to get their workout done early. And normally I do. I like to get them done later, like at like 12 or noon. Because I don't like early workouts. Well, I don't. It's not that I don't dislike them. It's just I prefer to get them done later, if that makes sense. So I could already eat breakfast and stuff like that. Because this right here, no breakfast whatsoever. I just went to the gym. Because after this, we had to go somewhere. So, I mean, after this, I did make up for not having breakfast. I did have pizza and wings. So, I did make up without having breakfast. I believe with this high row, or the underhand grip, instead of doing both at the time, both at a time, I did one arm at a time. So this right here, I believe this is my right arm that I'm doing. And so I'm really trying to just get a stretch. Okay, and so I did do one arm at a time, cause I thought about doing it on the last one with the high row, but I just didn't end up doing it. And so when I went to the next machine, I was like, why not? I'm gonna just do it. Now I didn't really feel anything different. It was just kind of um it was kind of normal. I didn't feel like any particular stretch, because I'd assume you'd feel a bit bigger stretch, you know? I didn't really feel it, but one thing I did like is that it was a lot easier to train, if that makes sense. Because I'm going with the one arm, and I can switch, kind of gives my other hand time to recover from, because I kind of have calluses. They're not like really bad calluses like some people have, but they hurt eventually during back days especially. And so it was a lot easier to kind of do the motion, because when I do both of my hands get equally um, fatigued, if that makes sense. Or the calluses, they hurt. They really do hurt. And so doing one at a time was a lot easier, if that makes sense. And so I did 4 sets of this, and it was brutal. I believe it was crazy. And this one, I'm not really too much of a fan of. I like this machine, not as much as the high row though. But my opinion kind of is changing, because what I tend to notice is that my favorite like training week or training day kind of changes over time. Like at first it was arm days, because they're easy. It's just a bunch of curls. Then it was like back, or it just switches basically. And so same with the type of machines I like. Because like at first, when I first came in the gym, like when I wasn't recording, I really liked the pec deck. But then I have not done it since, and I tried doing it in the last chest day, and it just didn't feel right. Probably because I did it as a finisher. But I think if I probably did it as more of a, like, more early in the workout, I think it probably could have gone better. It's just because my chest was so fatigued at that point, where lightweight felt heavy. Like it was light, but my chest was so fatigued that I just couldn't get a real working set in. But anyways, it's pretty hard to commentate over this, because it's twice as long as it normally would be. I don't even know what set I'm on. And then I grip onto the machine like it's doing something. I'll be honest, it didn't do nothing. I just looked cooler. Like you walk by, you see someone just grip onto the machine. Like you can't tell me that doesn't look cool. But the being able to do independently, like being able to work one side at a time, is the reason why I love this machine. I believe this is like underhand row or just seated row. I don't know. Love this one and the high row that I just did before this. That's the reason why I love them. It's because you have the option to do it independently. And now before this, I didn't really choose that option. But now I might end up doing the underhand version more. Set 4. I wasn't even sure. I honestly, my brain was kind of getting confused. I'll be honest. And so, with training harder, I think I've been doing good at that. But I've been doing better, that's for sure. Because now, I think during the chest day especially, because I was doing the Smith machine, right? And I was able to push harder. So like whenever I'd re-rack it, pause for like 2 seconds, breathe, then go back into it, get another one and a half rep. And so, especially with this, like I'll stop for a couple seconds, re-grip it, and go back to it. And then this, you could tell I try using the straps, and I put them on the wrong way. So I put it overhand. I get it all ready. Like, you can see me trying to tie it, and then wait for it. When do I realize? I get up, do it again. I don't realize yet. When do I realize? I get it all ready. See me struggling a lot. I really don't know how to use these. I think I sit down, and then I'm like, oh, then I'm like, oh wait, I'm stupid. That was hilarious to me. But yeah, I just don't know how to use straps. I already talked about this for like 2 minutes straight, but I really don't know how to use straps. But if someone could teach me, bro, that'd be amazing. Because they didn't really do much. The straps, they did nothing at all, honestly. Like, I may use them every once in a while, but they just didn't. And here, I went no headphones, because I was pretty sweaty, I'll be honest. And so I'm like, they're messing with my head and everything. And so I just said, screw the headphones. I took them off. And here, I believe this is my right arm. Yeah, this is my right. Because before, when I started, I was doing it with my right arm. And typically, I feel like my right back, did I just say right back? My right side is stronger than my left typically. And so I don't know why I was doing right to start. But eventually I did switch to starting with my left. So here, this is the seated row. This is my favorite, bro. And so I believe I adjusted it to the point where um, my arms were basically all the way stretched. Like my shoulder blades had to like, it's almost like doing a, like whenever I don't know, my my lats or back just got a full stretch whenever I had to reach it. And so you could tell I'm really trying to get the stretch at first. But then I kind of noticed that it was kind of hard and it kind of hurt my back whenever I went all the way forward because it kind of rounded my back. And so I believe at some point I do realize like not to do that. And so I just end up just repping this out. And so the thing with this machine is that it has one weight stack. It doesn't have multiple. It's not independent. I believe by this point in the workout, my arms were pumped as hell. And so I remember my forearms and like my entire like back and arms in general, they were pumped as hell. And like my calluses, like I remember one point during this exercise, I took my hands off. They were just all red because cause I was gripping so tight onto the handle that my hand just turned so red from all the blood rushing to my calluses and my hand in general. But this exercise, like you see me shake my hands because I'm looking at it. And so what I did with this specific machine is I'm basically you're able to move the seat back as much as you can, as much as you want. It's like this little pin that you can pull out and you just kind of move it back. And so I moved it back as far as I could so that basically what I did with the high row or the underhand one right before this, I moved it all the way back so that I would have to lean forward to even grab the handles. So I try to get a better stretch. And as I already mentioned, I didn't end up using that. It did help a lot more though, because I was able to go a lot deeper. But I wasn't able to like go all the way back down because when I rounded my back out, it hurt. I don't know why. It just hurt, and so I wasn't able to do it. And with this machine, what I tend to do is like I pull it up with one hand, because that's what I had to do because I couldn't reach with both hands at one time. So I have to like pull it up with my right and then grab with my left, and then just get started. And what was that? What was that? Third set? I don't know, but you see me hitting the thing trying to because my hands hurt. And I believe the one of these sets, I was I was resting, and then a song came on, and I'm like, man, I gotta do a set for it. And so this may have been the set with the song, but now with this specific machine, what I try to do, I like drop the weight sometimes, and then try to grab it back up and just do more reps. And so I think whenever I do that, it's light. It kills my back a lot more, or whatever muscle I'm hitting. Damn, I guess I'm done already. But this was barbell rows. And I wasn't sure how the angle looked. Let's see. I believe this was 65 because of 10 on each side. I don't really know how to do a row. I just kind of do it like a deadlift. and then I kind of get in row position. And you can tell I'm doing the bent over row specifically because I don't really understand a normal row. I prefer bent over if anything. Pause. But the bent over row, I don't know, it just feels better in my opinion. And by this point, this was the exercise that I was dead. Like my back was already fatigued from the 12 sets I did before this, and so I wasn't able to do a lot. And so by the second set, my back was already it was killed. Like it was pumped, it felt good. And so I'm like normally I would at least do 3 sets, but like my back was already dead. And so I figured like yeah, I think I could call it by now cuz I already did 12 sets by then. And so I'm figuring like 12 sets already. I don't think I need any more cuz I think 12 sets a week for any muscle, I think that's my sweet spot, honestly. I think anything more or anything less is either too much or not enough. Because when I was doing less than that, less than 12, it didn't really do anything. Because I remember with arms and my legs, when I did less than 12, I was not sore the next day. You know what I mean? But anyways, this is pose down, and my dad called in between this, and so eventually my phone it starts vibrating because my dad was calling, and so I had to decline real quick. I had to pose, and so this one's really short. And so like when it starts, the camera starts falling down. That's when he's calling, and so I had to wrap it up quick as hell. But I felt pumped after this. Like right here, I felt so pumped. It was crazy. And so I tried doing like the one arm trick. Oh yeah, that's when he's calling. I noticed. I flipped my hair. But I like think about it for a second. And so I posed real quick. My back looks amazing. It looks a lot better. Like I paused on this specific frame and it looked pretty good. Especially during the last spread, it looks a lot better. But this is day 114.